Good morning and welcome to South Florida Sunday. I'm Tracy St. George with pro wrestlers in studio today. With me from Enigma Pro Wrestling, we've got Darren Doherty. Good morning.
Good morning.
And we've got Eric Image here as well. Good morning.
Good morning.
So Darian and Eric, you've got a really cool event coming up here pretty quick. It's the 4th annual Back to School Supply Drive. It's going to be August 7th in Green Acres. But before we talk about that, why don't you guys give me a little background on Enigma Pro Wrestling? I went to the website. It's awesome.
Oh, thank you. What did you like about it, first of all?
I liked the videos. I liked your, I think it's like your opening video where it's like, it looks so cool and fun. And then I liked seeing the wrestlers in the ring.
Great, great. Well, we're glad that you do like it. We are Florida's only pro wrestling company. We pride ourselves on that. At being 4 years of age, we've really built something that's unique here. And when you attend our live events, you can see the magic because we're truly all about the fans. We have a great lineup of incredible athletes. Our shows are 100% family friendly, which is total 180 of the norm when it comes to pro wrestling. But we wanted to build something that you could bring the family to and really say, we're going to follow this and be regular attendees. So
I saw in there too, it said from toddlers to grandmas, you will love watching Enigma Wrestling.
Yeah.
And we say every month, if you've never been to an Enigma show, you owe it to yourself to be in the building. You can watch us live on YouTube or watch the archive footage on the Enigma Pro Wrestling Network right on enigmaprowrestling.com. But if you haven't been to a show and you have a chance to, you owe it to yourself to be in the building. It is magic.
I definitely do. Now, where do you guys wrestle? It's not a traveling thing? You don't do like shows here, there, and everywhere? You have a spot?
Yeah, we have a home arena, and to kind of clarify things, Eric and myself, we do not wrestle, so, we don't want to take that kind of...
Oh, here I thought you were going to throw chairs at me later.
No.
I'm safe? I'll take my helmet off.
You're
Okay.
very safe. And the reason we like to clarify that is because in the wrestling industry, we do not want to try to overshadow those hardworking men and women. So therefore, we always correct people and say, no, we're not wrestlers. And we're quick to say, I'm the executive producer, Eric, he's lead commentary announcer. So therefore, we want to always let people know that we're not trying to overshadow anyone and try to take credit that, we really don't deserve. And I get the question all the time because I'm 6'5".
You are a big dude.
Like,
both of you are big
you're a
guys.
big guy. And I'm like, yes, but I'm not a wrestler, though. But the Enigma events are very, very cool. You'll really love them.
And where is the venue again?
The American Polish Club, 4725 Lake Worth Road in Green Acres. Very nostalgic building, very centrally located in Palm Beach County, right at Lake Worth Road and Military Trail. It's been there since the 60s, and it's a great, great venue. Tons of parking. It's very clean. The restrooms are very clean. It's very, approachable. You can bring the family there. You don't feel like your car is going to get broken into. You don't feel like, your kids are going to, be in the lobby and see some, creepy people or something. It's just a very unique venue, and to hold our events there really is a compliment.
And one of the pictures, you are wrestling under a chandelier. It's a classy joint.
Yes, it's a very, very classy joint.
So, tell me about the 4th annual Back to School Supply Drive. Now, you guys have been around, you said, for 4 years. So you've been doing this since you started. What exactly is the Back to School? Obviously, it's Back to School supplies.
Yes.
But tell me what makes it unique to you guys.
Well, what makes it unique to us is the way we produce these events. We, along with community partners, we get together and, we supply the infrastructure, and the community partners come in by donating time, resources, monetary support. And what we do is we take all the school supplies and we put them in backpacks if we have enough, and we load them all into the wrestling ring. So therefore, when the students come in, they're able to see the pro wrestlers, talk to them, give them their school list, be able to get supplies, from a pro wrestler from the wrestling ring, then get to go left, take pictures with pro wrestlers, get autographs, have a great time. And the reason why we do it is because, we're so big in the community here that it only makes sense to give back when month in and month out these same spectators come to our venues and support us, because these are athletes that get supported every single month, and the very least we can do is say, you know what, if we're going to truly be a community partner, let's actually be a community partner and give back.
Definitely.
It's absolutely about, giving back to the community that comes out to see us, to help us and to support us. It's all about the community here in West Palm Beach. Here, they're in Green Acres. It's a Palm Beach County effort, really.
Who are some of the partners in the community that you team up with?
Right now we have State Farm Blanca Lopez Macri. She's a agent. She's spearheading it for that area. We have Bank United. They're on board. We have attorney Aaron Colvin in Lake Worth, great partner. He actually single-handedly financed the 2013 event in its entirety.
Wow.
So he came back again this year. Obviously, we have Little Caesars, we have Clear Fruit. They'll be donating flavored water to go into all the backpacks for the kids because it's nutritious, it's healthy. So we have some great community partners, but there is a need for more. So we always encourage those in the community to, give something. If you don't want to do monetarily, donate supplies. Give us a call. We'll come pick them up. Or you can take them to Blanca Lopez Macri's office in Lake Worth or on Lake Worth Road. Or you can take them to Little Caesars on Dixie Highway in Lake Worth or the one in Lantana 95. We need as many supplies as humanly possible because last year we helped about 500 kids.
Wow, that's great.
Here's why we don't think it's great.
Why?
Because we had to turn away about 250.
That's a big number to turn away,
It's a huge
too.
number.
Yeah.
So imagine me, myself, going out the back door when I see that we're out of supplies, and I go around the building and I see this long line of people that's in line that have no clue that we're out of supplies. It's kind of like being on the Titanic and being the captain of the ship and knowing that we're going down and all the
boats are gone.
Oh, everything is all gone.
Yeah.
So them folks are standing there with umbrellas because it's raining, and they're standing there, and you're saying to yourself, how do I break the news that all of these folks out to the sidewalk will not get anything?
What did you do?
We had to call in some reinforcement. We got a few more supplies, but unfortunately we turned away about 250 people simply because it's a huge undertaking to try to supply supplies to so many people. So we really try to rally behind the community to say, hey, get involved, help out. This is for any Palm Beach County student. That's what's unique about it.
Oh, so it's not just the Green Acres
No.
School Department or
I
school
think
area.
that's ludicrous to do that. And the reason why is this. I see drives every single year that are very singular. Well, the kid must do this, the kid must do that. I think it's so barbaric to do that because nowadays you can't look at someone and tell what their need is. You just can't because we all look the same. Then when you have parents who live in one community but work in another community, they may see the sign and say, you know what, this is an area that we can go to get these supplies. We don't need to make it neighborhood specific because the whole goal there is to help as many people as humanly possible. Why put a limit on that? Let's try to reach out and say, let's make this a county-wide effort. Let's get our partners to come in and say, you know what, this isn't a sponsorship that you're doing. You're saying to yourselves, I do business here. I want to give back to this community, and this is my contribution. So whatever it is that you feel like contributing, go to our website and make the contribution, or give us a call. Say, hey, I got a box of school supplies. Whatever it is you want to contribute, contribute. And the great thing about it is every sponsor that has ever came on board has always came back because they're so impressed that 100% of the donations go to the cause. Not 99%, but 100.
That's great. And what is the website again that people can get more information about doing donations?
That would be enigmaprowrestling.com.
Okay, and they can do monetary, that you guys can go buy the supplies. You guys can do that, or they can donate supplies, and you'll find out the drop-off spots too. So you've been doing this for 4 years. How exactly are the supplies distributed?
What we do is we get a lot of community volunteers. Like last year we had Texas Roadhouse because they were kicking off their Southern Boulevard location, so it was a great community piece for them. They came in about 11 o'clock in the morning. They started dividing all the school supplies. And what they did was we divided them all based on grade level. So basically we knew if you were in 3rd grade, you were getting a bag of supplies that was geared toward the Palm Beach County school supply list that made sense for you. So we were very, very efficient with our distribution.
So it's not just throwing it all in a bag
No.
and here you go, kids. If you're in 3rd grade, you're getting 3rd grade stuff.
Yeah, you have to do it that way
7th graders.
because there's so many different things that's on those lists nowadays. And
Yeah.
when you're looking at the list, you're saying, wow, look at all these different lists. What a child needs in 3rd grade is totally different than what a child needs in 7th grade. And you don't want to confuse the two because now you're giving supplies that may not be relevant to that particular child.
It could be wasted when it should be going to the 7th grader instead. So it's the 4th annual Back to School Supply Drive coming up August 7th in Green Acres. What is the time of the event, Eric?
That would be from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the American Polish Club right there on Lake Worth Road.
Okay, and then you can make donations or find out the different areas for drop spots at your website.
You can go to enigmaprowrestling.com. That's ENIGMA prowrestling.com. And you'll see an article right there on the front page of Pro Wrestlers Donate School Supplies to Palm Beach County Kids. And you can click to that article, and that'll give you all the information you need.
Wonderful. And you're going to have the wrestlers there on the 7th,
Yes.
distributing the backpacks to the kids. They're going to be
Yes.
so excited.
That's mandatory for them to do that, because the people in the community, they really support them. And, again, you have to see what our audience is like. And then when Eric says it on commentary that, folks, you have to be here to believe it, he's not saying that as a tagline. It's the energy is so electric in that building that these wrestlers, this is their way of giving back by saying, let me take off my mask, let me get out of character, let me just be who I am, in regular day life, and let me give back to those who come out month in and month out and show us support. Because 77% of our audience attends 2 out of 3 events. That's impressive numbers.
That is impressive numbers. Now, with you guys being on the radio show and your fantastic website, I think you're going to have leftover supplies this year. What will you do with the leftover supplies?
Great question. Nothing is wasted. In the event we have leftover supplies, which we have never ever had before, and I hope that we do, which means that A, we had an abundance, and B, that we served our 1,000 kids that we aspire to do, we will take those supplies and we'll start donating them to other groups that are actually having the supply drives after hours. And plus, what we can do, and we're willing to do, those who are holding these events beyond our date on the 7th, if you have flyers, bring them to us. We will put those flyers inside our backpacks.
Oh, nice.
We will tell the kids about your drive. Too many event facilitators will not do that. And for some reason, it behooves me why they won't do it, because it's not like you're going to give them everything they need.
Right.
If they have the ability to go here and get some things, go there, let them do it.
Yeah, cross-promote, definitely. So the drive is coming up August 7th in Green Acres at the American Polish Club?
Yes, it is.
And the address of that is?
4725 Lake Worth Road, Green Acres.
It's the 4th annual back-to-school supply drive with Enigma Wrestling. So Eric and Darian, before I let you go this morning, there's something really hot in the news right now about 50 wrestlers, and seeing that you guys are the experts on this, that seem to be suing a former employer over brain injuries and such. And I would think that if you are going into pro wrestling, you kind of know the inherent risk of a chair being thrown at your head or jumping off big ropes. Do you think they have a case with that?
It's kind of a hit or miss. Absolutely, they do know the inherent risks. Every single wrestler in the world will tell you they know that they're putting their careers, their bodies, their lives on the line every time they get into the ring. But there's been a lot of, let's say, shady business practices in the past. I can't speak to that. I wasn't there, obviously. But whether or not they have a case or whether or not they'll win the case seems to be up in the air right now. But it's from someone who's in the professional wrestling business. I can tell you that there's not a lot of people who are happy to hear that this is happening, because it's kind of breaking a very old code in the business.
Right.
There's nothing funny about it at all. If people are hurt, they're hurt. But it is a very risky business, and at the end of the day, I think everyone should be healthy. And let's just hope that everybody get a positive outcome out of this whole thing.
Do you think that something like this will make wrestlers wear helmets in the future?
No, because the rendering and the blueprints of what a wrestler should look like is already established.
Right.
So to incorporate something like that would be too far-fetched. And the only way you could ever incorporate something like that is if you were the biggest company in the world, and then you started doing it, then others would start following, because everything is, monkey see, monkey do. So I don't think that would become reality. I just think in this particular case, let's look for a positive outcome into which, all parties are satisfied.
Definitely. Well, Eric and Darian, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We've got the 4th annual Back to School Supply Drive coming up August 7th in Green Acres at the American Polish Club. And how can people find out when your next wrestling match is?
They're the first Sunday of every month.
Oh, okay.
They don't change. The only time they change is on February, which is Super Bowl Sunday.
No
So
wrestling
therefore-
on Super Bowl Sunday.
No, that would be one of the nails in your coffin. So we actually hold that event on the 5th Sunday of January. So therefore, it's pretty much just like having it on the first Sunday of February. So you can always find us at the American Polish Club on the first Sunday of the month. And the funny thing that I thought of when you said that was, sometimes during halftime, I'll walk out into the audience because I'm in production the whole time, behind big curtains. And I'll look at people and I'll just kind of say, thank you for coming, thank you for coming. And I'll look at someone and say, how did you know to come? And I'm like, because I don't think you're on social media. Like, Darian, it's the first Sunday of every month. It's 5p to 7p, doors open at 4:30. So we know to be here. So being repetitive has paid off, and it was a huge gamble to try to wrestle in that time slot, but it's a time slot that theoretically made a lot of sense because 5 p.m. Sunday, a lot of people have taken care of their weekend obligations,
Right.
and now they're looking for things they can do with their family before bedtime.
Perfect. Well, I think I'm going to see you guys out there. Maybe I'll come and I'll be a ring girl. Do they do that with the cards?
We haven't, but we'll see if maybe we can create a position.
Thank you so much for joining us, Eric Image and Darren Doherty of Enigma Pro Wrestling. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome, and thank you.